We're here at the International Energy Forum ministerial meeting in Kuwait, and I'm joined now by Markus Lippold. He's the coordinator of the International Energy Relations Directorate from the European Union. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. And of course, the European Union being a partner really in the Jodi initiative. How important do you find this initiative when you're looking at your energy forecasts?
It is certainly one of the biggest collections of data that we know about, which is why it is very important. You know that the European Commission, Eurostat, has been one of the sort of first adopters, working a lot on getting data quality right, being first in terms of submissions. So it is supported at all levels, and we're very keen to see this go forward, to also see improvements in the timeliness and data quality of the submissions, because again we're into the 10th year of this initiative. It is very well accepted, and it does not take that much more effort, I would personally say, in terms of keeping the levels of commitment or even increasing them.
Now, looking at all the countries providing data here, and of course all the European countries, be they producers and consumers, that's the great thing, is it's not just data coming from one side. Do you find that?
Correct. What for the EU and for Eurostat is very important is that you've got the producing countries in here, Europe being predominantly an energy consumer. And that is where we are looking at emphasis of the IEF group steering this also, to get more producers in, for them to provide the data that is necessary to make this sort of transparency initiative, if you will, even more important.
Now, of course, all of the individual countries will be looking at this data as well, and the ministries within these countries. But Europe then, as a collective bloc, and indeed a world power in its own right, so to speak, you need to also look then at the collective data, I'm sure, as well.
Yes, that is true.
And with this data then, what do you use it for in terms of decision making or just forecasting, looking ahead? Where do you find the key advantage of having this data available to your people and to your departments on the energy side of the business?
I think we're using it, and like most other members are using it to complement the data set that we have in general. I mean, there's the IEA data, there is this data from Jodi, and it is the combined picture of all those data sets which then lets you make certain decisions and plans going forward.
And I suppose when you look around the world, data is collected very differently by many different countries and different organizations collected. There's no real standardized way. Do you think it would be a good initiative if Jodi tries to move that, or I'm sure has done a lot to move it in that sense, to bring across a bit more standardization in terms of how it is collected, so it reflects perhaps a truer picture and a clearer picture?
Certainly in terms of the data that gets collected within the structure of Jodi and Jodi Oil, that should be a standardized set of data, if you will, to give you the data quality to then make certain analysis. But there just one view of analysis in general is also not what we're looking for, which is why you've got, for example, the energy outlooks that the OPEC produces, that the IEA produces. So yes, within the IEF structure, what gets collected within Jodi, that should be harmonized, but it does not mean that we would see it beneficial just having one data set globally.
Exactly. Is that the idea where you can compare and contrast probably is what's more valuable?
Correct, yes.